All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday to you. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I am your host and pilot, Uncle B. Today, sorry I'm a little bit behind. Trying to find. I tell you, this has been quite the challenge. Trying to track Route 66 the entire way is a bit of a challenge. I don't know where. I know it splits off at some points or another. I don't know why did this, but we can go back here ish. Anyway, so we're gonna try to follow it. Basically, it starts right here. So we're gonna take off from Chicago Midway. We're gonna hang a left. So it's gonna be a bit of I'm probably gonna have to hand fly this. There's no way if I put it on autopilot and then try to do the heading, I'll be dialing the heading every 2 seconds, it seems like. So I'm just gonna have to try to hand fly it as best as I can through most of this. And then it's like once we get down through here, I'm just gonna try to follow this road all the way down until we get to our I think it goes all the way down through here until we get to our airport here in there we go, in Springfield, Illinois. So yeah, a bit of flying today, so it's all good. Try to keep it low so that we can kind of see some of the stuff if possible. I didn't see any. There's no POIs along the way like that are marked. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a there's plenty of information out there. If you want to read more about the history of Route 66, I would suggest researching it. There's probably a lot more history than I could cover during the flight. So I encourage people to, look that up yourself, and we'll. Why did the thing disappear? That's kind of odd. Okay, there we go. All right. So yeah, we're gonna start up. We'll taxi out over here to runway 31C, 31 Charlie. Take off, and then we'll hang it. Like I said, we'll hang a left, and then we'll intercept the start point, which is roughly right here, is where Route 66 starts. So anyway, we'll give it another minute or two. I don't expect that anybody's going to want to fly with me today, which is fine. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of hand flying. It's not going to be where we're just going to get up and cruise kind of thing. So, which is fine. So anyway, yeah, I'll go ahead and get in here, and we'll get started. So get the plane started up. Probably going to be a pretty quiet day today in the chat, I would imagine. So we'll see. I always say it's going to be quiet, just so that I'm not disappointed when it's quiet. All right. Well, we can go ahead and as soon as we start getting going, that's a little loud. Well, that was new. Yeah, turn all the lights on ourselves. All right. Well, that's weird. My co-pilot did not. Call in for or
Midway ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra with India request taxi for takeoff north departure.
Midway ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra with India request taxi for takeoff west departure. X-ray Golf Sierra.
all right, so we're set to go. Hello, Joseph. So we are going to go taxi out over here. So nobody said that they wanted to fly today, so we'll taxi out here and stand by. In case anybody's a last minute wants to join in last minute. Tomorrow, you pick the general aviation plane. I'll pick the route. I have a standby in case nobody wants to vote on anything. So if you want to see me fly a general aviation plane, no jetliners, I'm going to try to make that as clear as possible until we land. That tomorrow, do not ask me to fly a jetliner, please. It is going to be props only for tomorrow. Saturday, I got to talk to Per about Saturday because he wants to fly in the MiG-29. I have a flight plan, but I would like for him to put a flight plan together, and I will join him in his stream, not vice versa. So he can fly if he wants to fly, and I'll just fly along. So I gotta talk to him about that today. Yep, I know, Joseph. My mic is on. I don't know what. Yeah, I'm talking. Can you not hear me? Hello, Joseph? Anybody? Can you hear me? Hello? There was mic problems yesterday evening, apparently. Can you hear me? Any thumbs up? Say yes, no, maybe. I hear you. Okay, thank you, Planet Neutral. Okay. Oh, Joseph. Killing me, son. You're killing me. See, I had problems with the mic last night, apparently, and then I'm thinking, okay, now it's got to be something more than the Xbox or Microsoft Live or something causing problems. Alright, you know what I forgot to do? We can do it out here, it's fine. Nobody's on the server, so it's not like I'm holding up traffic or anything. Alright, so... Alright, anyway. Stop right here. I need to put a little fuel in the tank. Just to be sure. See, now I know why Mick gets a little frustrated when you guys say that you can't hear him, and then he's like, well... And of course, it's it's operator error on the other end. All right, we'll wait a few more minutes and we'll get going. So yeah, tomorrow general aviation only. Saturday, I gotta, like I said, I gotta talk to Para about that plan. Gotta see if he's, because I don't know what his schedule's like. So it may just be that we can stream it when he wants to. And I'll just join him on his channel. That way I can focus on flying and he can focus on talking to the chat. Pull forward a little bit more here. Maybe. Well, this thing just feels like it's got no oomph to it. Oh, something doesn't seem right. That's the throttle mixture. It's a fixed speed prop, so it's not like I gotta change anything on the prop. All right. Alright, so here we go. Now, I don't, like I said, I don't think anybody's flying with me today. Nobody has said anything in the chat. Just double check to make sure we don't have anybody loading in. It does not appear to be the case. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go. Ooh, crap. Boy, this thing went way off the... And away we go, finally. You're out of town. Okay, well that's fine. I see. I guess what I'm trying to say, Planet Neutral, is sometimes people will fly with me, but I never know. So I try to give people enough time to come in. There was no like special flight plan for today necessarily. Morning, Mick. So I don't, I try to give people enough time, like I said, to join in if they want, and then if not, I got I can only wait for so long, and then I got to get in the air. All right, so let's go ahead and turn because we're not, you know. So, anyways, yeah, but yeah, I don't know, if people can join in, they're more than welcome to. If they can't, it's perfectly fine. Sometimes yes, not always. It's hit and miss, really. If I'm going to be honest, I just never know, so it's okay. Anyway, all right. Let's go ahead and try to level off here. This is the tricky part. Trying to get this thing to. No, that's not right. Okay. Boy, it is windy up here. So anyway, so yeah, tomorrow, Saturday, like I said, Sunday, no stream. Monday, we'll be back in the Junkers 52, departing from Wallops Flight Facility, heading down to Kill Devil Hills, Kitty Hawk area. So we'll do that on Monday. Tuesday, no stream. Wednesday, going from Kill Devil Hills. I'm not sure what our next destination beyond that will be. I'm going to try to, Mick. Yes, I'm going to where it starts first, and then it's just it's not like it's a straight shot. That's part of the problem. So I was trying to find where it actually starts first. Oh boy, it is really windy. So there's a... Oh, what is this? What is this yuck? Why does everything look like it's green? What is this? So there's that's a massive rail yard for freight right there. There's a couple of them around here. Yeah, that doesn't look very good. It's like very subtle green tint to everything. A nice golf course there. trying to get this thing to level off here a little bit. It's got its own mind today. It's just one of those things, Joseph. That's all. Just when I looked outside, I was like, oh, we just because I do when I was putting the flight together today, I was looking at there's this massive rail yard for freight right here. There's another one, I think. I know there's like at least two. Now we also may be flying near, I think also the Chicagoland Speedway where there's the NASCAR race. All right, so we're gonna turn. So basically, coming up here is where Route 66 actually starts. Wow, this thing still wants to climb. I'm trying to get it to settle down, and it does not want to settle. I think, you know, with the trying to show the green of the trees and all that from the air, it just kind of bleeds over for some reason into the surrounding stuff. I don't know. It's just one of those weird things about the sim, I guess. But it's fine. Very bumpy today. So basically, people from Chicago, when they wanted to go west, this was one of their first original highways in hello Bex, in America. And then of course other roads were, other freeways, interstate systems were built, and it was basically kind of phased out. If you ever seen the movie Cars, Disney Pixar Cars movie, it kind of talks about that, where, you know, there was this nice road that people drove on, that, you know, it was a fun trip, and then, you know, it was slowly kind of, you know, they built these newer interstate highways, and it slowly was, you know, people stopped using it. So there is a movement. I think there's a preservation society. They try to preserve as much of the history as possible for the area. If you ever drive on it, even for a portion of it, it's very touristy. Like, there's a lot of those little stores along the way. You can get little souvenirs and t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. A lot of restaurants along the way as well. So it's very touristy in that respect. I really did not want to get this high, and it just, the plane still wants to continue to climb. I don't know why. So, alright, we're going to turn and follow. Should be right. I think we're right over it there. No, do we fly over it yet? Yeah, we're okay. So we're just going to go ahead and turn a little bit here. So it basically starts right around this area. Let's see where. Trying to. I think I might have turned a little. Alright, looks like we got to go over just a little bit to this way. Alright, we're gonna, yeah, I turned a little early. There's where it starts, right there. That area right there. So this is it right here. Wow, this thing is really getting pushed all over the place today. All right, so yep, that's where it starts right there. So we're gonna. This is it right here. So we're gonna turn and follow this road. Goes. It's gonna go to the left here. There we go. Now I tried to map it out to follow it exactly, but what we may just do is kind of cut a few corners here, because it would just be too much turning and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, there we go. So we are now roughly over Route 66. This thing just wants to go all over the place today. It's like a... Oh, it's mining or just a dirt cement place or whatever. Gravel. Oh, Joseph. Joseph. You're driving on the Peninsula Corridor was a little bit... I don't believe so, Mick. No, that's over in St. Louis is the gateway to the west. I don't think we'll see it. Maybe, I don't know. That's a good question. We might. In another flight. Because we're staying in Illinois for today. I caught a bit of your stream this morning, Joseph. I was going to say something, but I was like, oh, if I let you know I'm in the chat, you're going to ask me a gazillion questions about the route. I'm going to answer one of those for you right now. When you were coming into Millbrae, you said, where does this go? Hello, Mela. That's the Bay Area Rapid Transit that takes people to San Francisco International Airport. Giant what's it? What is it? What is a what's it? Is that like a chocolate bar or something, Bex? Sounds like chocolate. But I don't know how there was one area where you came in really ridiculously early. So I don't know if you were speeding or what, but yeah, you like sat there forever. It's not a long route. Peninsula Corridor is not a long route, trust me. It seems like it's long, but it's not that long. Alright, so this is Route 66 right below us here. Still going. So there... No, it's not there. There it is. There's the other rail yard there for freight. I knew there was another one right there. I had... Yeah, you were early, but I don't know... Oh, okay. Crisps. I thought, for some reason, it sounded like it was a chocolate. I had ham and Swiss sandwich last night for dinner, Noah. Let's see. I know we're supposed to turn at some point. So basically, it follows along this area here. There is a rail yard there. There's another massive rail yard there. A lot of freight comes through here. I'm surprised. Is this part of the ATS yet, Nick? Chicago? Because I'm sure you guys can pick up a lot of freight or deliver freight to the Chicago area if it's on ATS already. So I think we go across. Yeah, coming up. So it goes across here. it crosses over back there, and then it picks up through this clover leaf right here. Oh, nice. Yeah, you did, Joseph. That's why I was like, how did you get there that quickly? You must have been speeding. That's the only possible answer. I don't think I've ever sat that long at that one particular uh, station. Maybe a few minutes at most, but not as long as you did. All right, there's Chicagoland Speedway right there, the NASCAR track. You could, if you look at it from the matter of fact, we'll go fly over it because we're still kind of near. Route 66 is right below us. It's this road that goes down that way. But you slow down in the end, but I don't know. Your timing is way off a lot of the times, Joseph, but that's okay. You do you. All right, so yeah, here's the I think NASCAR, and I don't know if they still, IndyCar used to run here. I don't think they do anymore. But you can see, okay, yep. So there's the oval. It's almost like a tri-oval, and then I believe that's pit road right there. The pits for tire changes and fuel is right there. So yeah, it's almost a tri-oval, it looks like. But yeah, I think IndyCar used to race there. I don't know if they still do or not. And then right over here is it's a drag strip for, oh, it's not extended that far yet. Okay. Well, when it does, well, you guys are going to be busy in Chicago, either picking up freight or delivering freight. But here's a drag strip for the Top Fuel dragsters right here. I thought it almost looks like this used to be a airport, because you can see the taxiways and all that, right? But that's the drag strip right there for the Top Fuels and funny cars and all that. So that might have been an airport that they repurposed it as a drag strip. And there's a short, that's probably a dirt track right there for sprint cars, I think they call them. For you NASCAR fanatics. You cannot get the train moving. Well, Joseph, I don't know what to tell you. That is probably one of the least complicated trains to get moving. It's just that you got to know what switches to throw. I'm going to follow, this is the line right here. We're going to follow this route. This is still Route 66 here. Coming on down and turns this way. Yeah, it does. That's what I'm thinking. It might have been a regional airport that was no longer in use because there was larger airports built, and then Chicagoland and Speedway probably purchased it and said, "Oh, we can do drag racing here." So there we go for the racing fanatics in the chat, especially those who think the world of NASCAR. I am definitely not one of them, trust me. I remember a co-worker of mine years ago, I had gone to, when it was the American Le Mans series, before they merged with the Rolex Sports Car Series. Somebody said, "Oh, how was the NASCAR race this week?" I said, "What NASCAR race? Didn't you go to a NASCAR race?" I said, No. I went to a sports car race." "What's the difference?" I'm like, "How much time do you have?" Oh my goodness. See, it wants to climb again. I must be getting some serious wind or something here. I always joke. I said the difference is a NASCAR driver will say they had a top 10 car. A sports car driver would say we had a chance to win the race. That's the difference. They always talk, oh, we had a top 10 car today. That's not good enough. Wow. That looks like another freight yard there, possibly. Something. Boy, this is some kind of huge facility here. Not sure what this is, but yeah, it looks like freight over there as well. Boy, yeah, when you guys get this expansion on ATS, goodness, you guys are gonna be busy. A lot of money to be made up here, I would imagine, especially for the long hauls. Yeah, that's another freight yard there. It looks like something. It does look like railroad stuff goes through there. Huh. Some kind of big yard though, that's for sure. So for those of you who aren't or are not aware, so this is part of on the site FS Hubs. Let me see. I know I have a thing for FS Hub. Where did it go? I know I had one. There it is. There we go. So if you were looking for other things to do on Microsoft Flight Simulator, I highly suggest checking out FS Hubs. FS Hub, not FS Hubs, just FS Hub. There's a link in the description, in the chat there. You can sign up for an account. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no membership fees or anything like that. And then you can also join an airline. Now I'm part of the Two-Tone Murphy Firefly virtual airline. Right now I think we have the most miles of any virtual airline on FS Hub. So there's like all these different achievements to do. Some of it's just flying from point to point. Some of it's doing like something like this where you fly, do a bit of a tour, and so there's multiple legs for this. So yeah, if you're looking for ideas of flights and stuff, there's lots of stuff to do, lots of stuff to see on FS Hub. So I do recommend checking them out, and certainly, if possible, join a virtual airline. Of course, I would say join Two-Tone Murphy's the Firefly virtual airline, if possible. And then you'll communicate through the Discord. They do have a special section on Two-Tone's Discord. Matter of fact, I will shout out to Two-Tone. I can find the there you go. No, it's a website, Amela, that you can. Oops, I'm getting pushed off here. You just go there and you like go to the website, and then you. So for Xbox players, for Xbox simmers, right? you have to manually put your flights in. But if you're on the PC, it will do. Guessing somebody's catching up with us. I don't know. Air Hombus? Not sure who that is. But no, you don't. It's not an app. I don't think there's an app yet for it. But you just go to the website. But yeah, for like this, I have to put in manually. But on the PC side, you'll get a an actual what do you call it? It'll credit your. It should give you credit for your flight. There's a way to connect the two on the PC. I'm not sure how it's done, but there's instructions on how to do it. I'm guessing that's somebody that's flying. I don't know if they're flying with us or they're doing their own thing. It's not a name I recognize. Anyway. But yeah, Two-Tone Murphy, they have the Firefly. They do a lot of, they just did a, we call it a giveaway on for the Firefly airline. They do have, for if you're on the PC, you can download special Firefly liveries for your aircraft. So always something cool. Yeah, one of the best flight sim communities that I have ever known. Whether you're on PC or Xbox, there's always somebody willing to help. If you're struggling or whatever, there's always people there that will try to help you find an answer or might know the answer. So this road, so basically Route 66 did end up paralleling the interstate there, which is right there. Route 66 is below us, should still be below us. But it does kind of, it almost seems like they merge up here, but Route 66 will be parallel to the freeway. It does do that for some distance. The part that I've ever been on is closer down to, I think, through New Mexico, or is it before New Mexico? I'm trying to remember. I think it was before New Mexico. I've been on parts of it before. But there are some people who make annual drives on Route 66. There's whole books, photo books that show some of the history of Route 66. Some of the architecture that may no longer be there. But yeah, it doesn't cost anything to join, and then if you want to find a virtual airline, you can apply. It just so happened I was watching Viper Strike a couple weeks back, probably almost a month or so now, that he was talking about it, and I'm like, I'd heard a lot about FS hubs, and I said, well, but I'm on the Xbox, so I don't know if I could do it. And he said, no, you apply, and then and then apply to be part of the Firefly virtual airline, and then you just have to put the stuff in manually, that's all. So my landing rates don't get, so if you're on the PC, like your landing rate it'll show you your landing rate. And some of the challenges will say, they want you to have a landing rate of like at least minus 200 feet per minute or something like that, in order to get the achievement. But that's, some people will say that's not 100% set in stone. Somebody just put, I don't know. But anyway, So yeah, lots of cool stuff. I highly recommend it. Um, oh, whoever was there behind us has disappeared. Guess they weren't trying to follow us. So yeah, if you go to his Two Tones Twitch channel, there is a link to their Discord as well. All kinds of cool information. Allison Johnson has a section there on the Discord. Two Tone or Two Cats does as well. But yeah, there's quite a few people who are part of the Two Tone Murphy flying circus, I guess, as they call it. Well, you're welcome, Manila. So yeah, a lot of the streamers are not a lot, but some of the more prominent ones are there on the Two Tone Murphy site. So I highly recommend go check them out. Yeah, if you're just looking for other interesting things to do, if you're like, I don't, struggling with coming up with a flight plan or something fun to do, if you've got a couple hours, you can just knock out a lot of different stuff, fly a lot of different planes, you know. It just helps you rack up your hours and get some experience in different aircraft, if that's what you want to do. I think we just keep going straight here. As near as I could figure. I was trying to follow a map, but it was trying to get an idea of where Route 66 actually goes, and so as far as I know, it's still right here, closest to us off the right wing tip. Oh, on a different note. Oh, this kind of caught me. This was a bit funny last night. So I was watching and I have this app called Tubi, Tubi. It's a streaming service. It's not an app. It's a streaming service. Hold on a second. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no subscriptions or whatever, but all of your TV shows or movies, they keep it free by having commercials, right? So I was watching. I was watching this movie called Convoy, not the one with the truckers. It's an old World War II movie where they're bringing. I think they took some refugees out of Germany during World War II. It might have been the early years of World War II, and they basically are making a run for. They're in the North Sea. And they're making a run for England to get people to safety. And of course, there's German U-boats hunting them and all that. But somewhere early on in the movie, I think it was at the beginning, right? The captain of the ship that's one of the central area, one of the key players in the movie, right? Uh, that's the one that has the refugees on board. The captain of the ship is giving some kind of briefing or something like that, and it's a military. Obviously everybody there's military officers and whatnot, and enlisted personnel. So they give this big spiel, and so then instead of like normally, you know, at least in my experience, when after a senior leader is done giving a briefing, and you know they release everybody from the area, or they'll say stand by, and then the senior person will leave, and then they'll say okay, everybody can leave now. So they 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 tell everybody to turn, left face or right face, and they tell them to start running off the deck, and it's like, what, what was the point of that? They could have just said, department heads take charge or whatever, or chiefs take charge of your sailors, and stand by for further order, something like that, right? No, start running. It was like, what was the point of that? Oh man, I was like, wow, that's just. I'm like, did that really happen in real life, or did some writer of the movie said, oh, well, let's put this in and it'll be comical, but because there'll be like some service members watching the movie, and they'll, like, wow, that's not standard protocol or something. I'm like, man, I would be like, hold on a second, did you tell me to double time it off of here? What's wrong with you? It's a deck on a ship. What happens if I slip and fall? Bust my face wide open. Where's the safety in that? Oh my goodness. But I think it was like a story. The whole thing was on the what do you call it? It was like the British Navy. Although there was other countries. I think it was almost like a volunteer thing. So it, but yeah, it was an interesting movie. But after a while, I was like, by the time at the end, I was just like, wow, it seemed like a much longer movie than it probably was. They do have a lot of cool old World War II movies on there. Okay, we're just cruising along here. Oh, that looks like train. Oh, that's a train track right there, looks like. Or is it a road? Hard to tell. It almost looks like a train track right there below us. I think it is, or that's what it's supposed to be. Now, it should be... I'm trying to think. I know on Route 66 itself, there is like it's painted on the road, the symbol for Route 66. I thought I just saw it there a second ago, but maybe not. Oh, it seems like we're going very fast here. Maybe because we're kind of close to the ground. lot of farms out here. Now, I don't think we've gone through it, but maybe we did earlier. I don't know. But we did go through Joliet, Illinois, which is the... I hear Joliet is a pretty tough prison. Of course, it was made somewhat famous in the movie Blues Brothers. Joliet Jake. I don't know if it's a federal penitentiary or a state penitentiary there at Joliet. All right, take care, Milla. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. Hopefully the weather is halfway decent there in the city for you. Farm of some kind. Looks like this looks like a cow area or something. Like a dairy, almost like a dairy farm, possibly. Alright, see, this is where I think this is where I kind of got hung up, where Route 66 continues from here. Oops, that might not be it. Oops, a daisy. Oh, there it is. So yeah, a lot of farmland through here. I would have not expected this in the upper Midwest. Because I imagine in wintertime it must just get, there's not much you can do. You gotta really be frugal with your money, otherwise you're not going to make it through the winter, or you're going to have to find odd jobs to do in the meantime. Do a few fun Alright, so we're just cruising right along here. Trying to see if there's any other points of interest to discuss. Imagine some of these farms, you could probably buy produce or something from them directly at the farm. You know, in California, the places that grow like walnuts or almonds or pistachios, you can go. They have like a roadside stand that you can buy stuff right there. I know in some areas, and I think this is more in Amish country, that you can go and get buy pies freshly made right there as well. Peoria, if I remember correctly, that was the home of Wayne and Garth in Wayne's World, I think, if I remember correctly. Was it? Let's have a look-see here. Oh, it's Aurora. Aurora, Illinois. I thought it was Peoria. It's Aurora, Illinois. I remember watching the first movie when it came out in the theater. We should get a picture here while we're cruising along. Boy, we're Oh, we're right next to it. That's fine. Right now. Oh no, maybe that wasn't it. Yeah, we were just making our way along Route 66 here. Tomorrow, 7:10 Eastern, 11:10 UTC, 12:10 UK. We will be in the, well, you pick the plane. General aviation, props only. You pick the plane, I'll pick the route, but I do have a route standing by in case nobody picks anything. So, we have something we can do. Try to make it a fairly... Ooh, wow, a little bit of a stutter there. That's not good. I get a warm fuzzy now with that. So we will, whatever plane you want me to fly, I will figure out a fun place for us to fly. Try to go somewhere we haven't really been yet. Do a flight and then land. Try to make it might be a fairly quick flight. No, try to make it about an hour or thereabouts. Oh, you could see that when they took the picture, there's a semi frozen right there. You could see it. There's another one and another. I'm just going to fly right through. Kind of split the difference here. I think this is the interstate there, and then this is Route 66 that continues on here on this side, right below us, basically. So do think about it. Spitfire and the Lightning are both an option as well. But try to, I don't want to always do those, so try to pick something different. You see something? If we pick a biplane that is aerobatic in nature, I will try to do a few barrel rolls or something, but just remember I'm using a standard controller, so it's, a couple I can do, but more than that, it can be a bit much on my left thumb. Wow, we're really getting pushed off here. So we got about 57 nautical miles to our airport. We're going to land on runway 22. Pardon me real quick, folks. there we are. All right, so let's see, 54 nautical miles. Let's zoom out here. So that's our destination right there, KSPI. If we follow this, it should take us pretty much right there, just about. A lot of farms here. Very interesting. Wow. Well, the wind has just been crazy today, getting blown all over the place. What is that? Like, this stuff just suddenly appeared. What is that? What is that supposed to be? There's another one. What in the world is this? Anybody else seeing this craziness? There's another one. I don't know, are we in a downtown area or something? Like, I know we're kind of low, but that's just insane looking. Well, it is, but I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know, those are supposed to be high-rise buildings suddenly, or... I mean... What is this? I don't know if this... Because I know Springfield's the state capital of Illinois, so I don't know if this is supposed to be downtown Springfield, but... I would think there'd be more than those... Well, see, now they're up to there, and then they're gone. What is going on here? This is very strange looking. Okay, I think that's our airport up there. I think I kind of see an airport. I guess it's supposed to be like downtown. Huh. They seem kind of out of place, don't they? Like, it does not look like it actually belongs here. I mean, maybe they do, but it's like, it just doesn't seem like it's supposed to be here. But I guess it is, but It just seems out of place, doesn't it? If you look at everything else, these buildings here do not look like they belong here. I mean, we can fly through it. Wow, all of a sudden, see, now I'm climbing. Yeah, they just seem out of place, don't they? Well, that wasn't really much of a challenge. Probably make it through here as well. I know we're kind of getting off track here, but oh well. Yeah, they don't seem like they really belong here, do they? It's like, oh, let's just stick a couple of high rises here in the middle of nowhere in Illinois, you know. I'm not. I think we're near Springfield, Vic. Springfield, Illinois, which is the state capital for Illinois. So that's why I'm guessing we got to be near there, because the airport we're heading to is the capital airport. Yeah, it was like all of a sudden he just kind of popped in, and it's like, wait a minute, something doesn't seem right. I don't know. But yeah, they just don't look like they belong here. Alright, let's see if we can contact. We're close enough. Nope, not yet. Yeah, I think we're near Springfield. That's my guess. They just those don't, see, now they're kind of they appearing, reappearing, disappearing. The phantom skyscrapers. Oh my goodness. Maybe we're in the Twilight Zone or something. I don't know. See? And they reappear. Very strange. I don't know. Wow, look at that. It's getting... Really? The wind is just insane. I've got sunny skies. It's like the wind has got its own agenda today. I don't know. I'll just keep flying along here. See if any other strange buildings pop up out in the middle of nowhere. If that wasn't Springfield, I don't know. The only other place I could think it would be. Hold on, let me take a look here real quick. Let's see if. So. I kind of feel like that was. That might have been the town of Bloomington. Or maybe Abraham? Bloomington is probably it. So yeah, I think we were in Bloomington, Illinois. There just a moment ago. Wow, how did we get so far? Boy, I'm really getting blown off course here. And I'm losing a lot of altitude too. Don't want to crash. Good thing I put a lot of fuel in the tank, because otherwise we'd be... yeah, maybe so. Hello, Puzzle Girl Sue. How are you? Nice to see you here in the chat. Welcome to the Uncle B Sim channel. Please direct all your questions to Watt Mitford, my #1 mod. First member of the Uncle B Sim channel. If he doesn't know, that's okay. If he doesn't know the answer. But he does know a lot about a lot of things. Yeah, it is Bex. Absolutely, bumpy ride. Yeah, very strange today. You're welcome, Nick. All right, so we did kind of lose sight of Route 66. I think it's... I couldn't even tell you out of all these. I don't know which one it is. See, that's the difficult part. Bex. Come on, Bex. Don't do his head in. It's still early in the day. That's not fair. Yeah, very strange. But oh well, it was interesting. Something different. All right. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out today on this Thursday morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you are in the world. Can't believe it is September 1st already. Due to lack of observation. There you go. That's a good answer, Mick. I like that one. Hopefully I'll have time to talk to Para today about the MiG flight, if we're going to do it this weekend. I prefer to do it on his schedule. So I don't know what he may have going on when I normally fly. If I were to normally fly at my normal time, 7:10 Eastern. So it may be on his channel. All right, let's see if we can call in for landing now. Nope, not yet. Still not close enough. Illinois Valley Parachute Club. Wow, that sounds fancy. Looking for KSPI, Sierra Papa India. I kind of feel like it's going to be one of those situations where we're going to be almost right there and then it'll finally show up on the list. Because I think there's a lot of small, like farm airports, you know, for crop dusting, stuff like that along the way, so we still got a bit of distance to go here. Totally lost track of Route 66, so I apologize for that. I think if I had to guess, it looks like it's over here to our left side. That looks like it would be there. But I'll on the leg 2 next week, I'll try to plot it out a little bit better. Still no word about Sim Update 10, where what the status is of that. Maybe there'll be some kind of news in the developer update roadmap later this evening. Still no, but other than that, that's where we stand. The lovely Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Situation. All right, let's see if we are close enough now. No, still not there. What about farther? Still farther? All right, we'll check again in a moment. Yeah, I would venture to say that's got to be Route 66 over there. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and turn over that way Have a look-see. Feels like the stream is really lagging behind as I'm watching it. Alright, so we'll wrap things up as soon as we're on the ground. Here shortly. Yeah, I think this is Route 66 here. Right now, that looks like an airport up ahead as well. Last time I saw something like that, we ended up having some strange buildings pop up out of nowhere. Wonder if we're gonna get, because that should be Springfield right there, I do believe. So I would expect some high rises for the capital of Illinois. This is very strange too. Look at this. Huh. Alright, so there's one more airport there. It's not ours. Well, at least the manual flying hasn't been too terribly bad today. That doesn't look very natural. Oh man, I was gonna say I could probably fly under that. Nope, there's something in the way there. If I can fly, it looks like I could fly under it, I will. Yeah, absolutely. You know what we haven't done in a while? Now that I feel a little bit more confident than I did before, I need to go back to Paris and fly underneath the Eiffel Tower again. But maybe in this time I want to fly in something a little bit faster. So, you know, if I could fly, if I could do it in the Spitfire, that would be amazing, I think. Alright, what about now? Do we have a... Still no. Because I know I did it in the Cessna 152, because I wasn't sure if I could actually, if it was one of those invisible walls that we would have crashed into. But maybe with the Spitfire, if I can if I can line it up just right, I might be able to do it. It's good. I'll have to do a couple practice runs maybe. Alright, we're almost there. Alright, let's see if we can call them in now. Oops. Wow. Wind is really rough today. Still not there. Wow. There it is.
Springfield South Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, 1 mile northeast south, 100 feet southwest wind. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, Springfield Tower. Altimeter 29.9, tailwind 272, entry. Fly straight and runway 22. Fly straight, runway 22, Cessna X-ray Golf.
Alright, there we go. Boy, the plane does just not want to do what I want it to do. I'm guessing, if I had to venture a guess, I think that blinking sort of thing right there, I think that's our airport there. Could be wrong. Just feels like that could be it. Yep, there we go. Guessed it just about right. All right. Well, there we are, folks. I think I'm going to just go ahead and turn this part off. I'm pretty positive we know where we're heading into. Yep, that should be our runway right there. Or our airport at least. Now I wonder if somebody were to drive the entire length of Route 66 and get video and pictures of all the buildings, you know, on either side of the route, could they actually go in and, well, I wonder if somebody would be able to recreate it in a much better resolution. Than what we have right now. And you could maybe actually see the Route 66 sign from the air. I mean, would be a monumental undertaking to go capture all the information and then also recreate it in the sim. This looks like a rest stop of some kind right there. Looks like for trucks. It's kind of a weird... It doesn't seem right. Huh. Alright, that looks like our runway. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of flap down here so we start slowing down. Alright. There's our destination right there. Okay. There we are. On behalf of myself and entire flight crew, like you to Abraham Lincoln Capital Airport, Springfield, Illinois. Local time is 8:02 in the morning. We understand and appreciate the fact that you have many options when it comes to your Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream viewing pleasures. And we're glad you chose to fly with us today. Leg 1 of Route 66 is in the bag, so to speak. Back tomorrow, 7:10 Eastern, 11:10 UTC. You pick the plane. Thank you, Bex. I'll pick the route. General aviation only. Let me repeat. General aviation only. So please do not ask for jetliners. Oops. To the gates. Sure, why not? Let's go to the gates. Thank you, Puzzle Girl Sue. Appreciate it. Sure, let's go to the gates. Why not? I meant to say parking, but that's okay. We can be different. We can pull up to the gate here in the Cessna. Why not? I'm sure we would be told no if we did request that, unless there was no other place to park. It was an emergency, but otherwise, I'm sure we would be told off by the tower. They would be nice, but they would be very blatant in their answer, no. That's okay. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. No stream Sunday. I'll talk to Para hopefully today, see if we can't sort out the MiG flight. I'm certainly happy to join him in his stream, so that way I can focus on flying and he can focus on talking. But we'll see. Do greatly appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out today. This Thursday morning, the 1st of September. Can't believe it's September already. Where did the year go? Before we know it, it'll be Christmas time. Now I should be a smart aleck. As soon as we pull up, I should ask for the jetway to be connected. Let's see what they say then. We'll just go ahead and cut through here. No, maybe not. Maybe the other way is better. Yep, I'm going to ask for the jetway to be connected just to see what they say. Oh, man. Yeah, it's boring. I wanted to see this thing, like, move over and, like, engulf the Cessna here. Okay, let's turn off. There we go. Hour 35, not too shabby. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and put that into FS Hub real quick while we're waiting for everything to catch up. Otherwise, I'll forget about it. KMDW at 11:15. Going to KSPI. Arriving at 12:51 in the afternoon. Submit. There we go. All right. Well, that should do it for today, folks. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Mick. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully next week, if all goes well, on our second leg, we'll have a little bit more information, maybe some other points of interest other than Chicagoland Speedway and drag strip. But anyway, that will do it for today. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your Thursday morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are in the world. I have been and always shall be your host and pilot, Uncle B. Until tomorrow, peace, live long and prosper.